mime, modern traditional mime, is not a theory. It's a practical, based on techniques and principles, and with present poetical movements, all these things. But when you do mime, solo sketches or mime-o-drama, whatever, you can present creatively with these techniques that has a dramatic environment. So you can speak with mime, you can make a dialogue with mime, you can narrative mime. It could be. This is a modern traditional mime, and you can use different form with this presentation. So there is no limit. The only limit is that when you do mime, mime has a technique, mime has a dramatic environment, poetical principles, poetical expression, movements, all these things. If it is not, then you're doing different things. So now, today, this episode, we're gonna do techniques of modern traditional mime. There is a lot of gestures shows the mime. There is a techniques shows the mime. There's an example. Let me say that pushing something. So when you're pushing, this gesture shows that you're pushing, right? And pushing. So there is another way you can do like a. This is a mime technique. Pushing is you press, you push, and your whole body. Pushing like a. See the back. So back pushing the same way. So those are the techniques that showing that you pushing, and this is a three-dimensional expression in empty space. There's nothing, no wall, but you pushing. So similar way that mime knows about the glass window is like a wall, establishing glass, pushing. But when you're pushing, and if your one hand is out of the balance, this is not a glass. It's something else. It has to be things. And when you like relax and touch, relax, touch, then feels like something's there. This is creating three-dimensional situation. You going, and other side, you going back. So it's another wall side. So all surrounding, you can do one place, or you can go like this. So the wall is very popular things. It looks easy to do it, but you have to practice. Without practice, you cannot make it perfect. I'm just showing some different techniques of flavor. I'm not this workshop. I'm not showing you in hand how to do it. This that. That will be practical, and not in the video. Practical will be better. So now walk. Also another stationary walking is called. You are in one place standing, but you showing that you are walking. But there is lots of different types of walking. It's like when you walk, the hand when goes one hand forward, other legs forward. So it's like feels like you're walking, right? So this. This is one type of walking. Another walking is see, this is another walking. Mainly when you walking slow motion, this is also showing slow motion. You walking. So this is a sideways, this is sideways, but it feels like you're walking against the wind. It's like you're walking against the wind. Force, you're creating force, anti-force using to go, because winds blow you back, you're going forward. So that's force you're creating. This is against the wind. But when you walk in the desert, there's a sand that lose the particles. So when you walk, it's slippery. So it's a concept. It's not a theory. It's a practical techniques, but using concepts that what you're doing is showing. Like when you walk on the moon, you have to make them the concept that the gravity is different there than Earth. So lighter. So when you walking on the moon, is not going to be same walking like this. It's going to be slow and it's up and slow motion and with balance. It's hardly balanced because it's equal proportionate. Your movement should be to feel the concept, audience concept will be that, oh, he is in the moon. So I'm also giving you the concept, so you practice and you make it more perfect. And then running on the stage, that when you run, so he's running, but you are in one place, right? So with the props, like your one leg is problem, so you walking with the crutch, so you're holding the crutch, right? Cross front, and then going front, going front, but you're not moving, you just same place, but you see, you're placing, that makes you going. So it's a three-dimensional situation creating with the techniques. That's the mime. And when you applying dramatic situation, so it's making a story, sketches. So that's another thing, that you walking on the tightrope, balance. So people will know that you are walking on the tight ropes. And you're doing acting. Acting means emotional, physical, and physical part, emotional situations. You're creating, making dramatic situation, theatrical, but mime. Now, there's a lot of things that you lean. You leaning, you lean. It's like a one leg's front, another back. You're leaning. On the wall. So another one is climbing. There's a lot of different way climbing. In European climbing is they have a railing, long railing. They're up, down with legs move. In third world country, they don't have a railing. There's a cement cement platform or brick railing. So you're holding this. Before you're holding this way, the railing, and this holding this. 1, 2, 3. Down. And when you're coming down from the upstairs, so then is, before was it up, it's a down. See? So this is the movements, the techniques, showing that you doing things. Ladder is you holding the ladder, putting the foot down, up, down. So when you're going up, then what happened? First, hold, up, 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 up. That means you're going up. It looks like it's down there because you went up. So when you're coming back, it's same. going up and down. So a lot of different way. The boat, on the boat, when you are on the boat and boat is on the water level, water textures, so it's always moving. When you are on the boat, it's moving. You fishing with the nets, moving. It's constant moving. You cannot stop moving and doing things because it's not solid. So as long you are on the boat, you have to move. When you down from the boat, then it's okay. But when you on the boat, so then there's another technique, ride a bicycle. You're holding and see legs, one leg's up and down, the paddling. When you're paddling, the other foot is heels up and down. But this hand is steady position because handle doesn't move up, down. So it's a balance. I discuss one episode is a balancing. Maybe if you see, then you understand how we can keep the balance, the cycle. Now, the last when I discuss, there is more techniques. There will be more time, but you can do a lot of techniques from the ideas, the pulling the rope, this is a exaggeration techniques. So you can practice it. I want to give you assignment with modern traditional techniques. I discussed with other 2 episodes about that. If you didn't see it, see everything serially, then it's a build it up that way, and you can create, you can develop a lot of mime techniques. It's like a balloon, helium balloon, that it's a helium balloon. It's all what that does, always go flies up. You bring it down, you pushing, it's not going, you pushing. You see, you're pushing, but his hand is here because you're showing that it doesn't move. You try to push down, but it goes back. So you using technique with muscles. We discuss about muscles, how muscles works, and how to release and traction, all these things. When you see, you can feel it. So anyway, that's for now, folks. We will go next chapter. And before you do mime techniques, must do warm-up exercise. Otherwise, there will be a physical problem. And I will show how to do a warm-up exercise and why we need a warm-up exercise. That will be a next episode. Thank you very much.